The jockeying for position continues here in the Foundation Cup ng inyong 2019 PBA D-League as two teams from Group B. Naghahanap po sila ng kanilang pampawing panalo dahil galing nga sila sa kapwa talo. We're talking about Hyperwash Vipers going up against the Alberei Kings. Basketball fans, gandang araw po sa inyo. Chiki Brother Bengaray is here with Juan Banal, the fine gentleman. At kami na nagko-cover po ngayon ng inyong paboritong 2019 PBA D-League Foundation Cup. And Juan, itong dalawang kumpara na ito, galing sila sa talo. And you've been mentioning in our past coverages, importanteng manalo ka dahil may lang ang elimination round.
It's been a struggle Monday today because all the teams that played today, lahat sila galing sa talo and trying to bounce back. And so there's nowhere to go but up for this day for all the 6 teams that competed, including the match at hand. Both of them, magkaiba yung storya ng pagkatalo nila. Unahin muna natin itong Hyperwash against BRT Sumisip St. Clair.
At itong nangyari nga dito, they were bullied. Yun yung term natin eh. Bullied by St. Clair, and St. Clair just going up as high as 129 points.
When you use the term bullied kasi, hindi mo naman ginagamit yun with outside shooting. You immediately associate that with the inside points and rebounding. Take a look at that number. 76 inside points compared to the 14. And alam naman natin itong Hyperwash, they're more of a perimeter player with Kawaling, Kazim Mirza, Jeric Fortuna, Buenafe. These guys play from the outside. So definitely that's something that they lack in inside presence, and doon naman nag-capitalize itong St. Clair against them.
Ngayon punta natin yung kabilang kupunan, Alberei Kings. Talo din sila kasamang Juan. Pero ang mabigat dito, they were in control of that match up until that fourth quarter. Nung nawala lang ng steam, nawala ng control ang Kings.
Yun yung sinasabi natin na magkaiba yung tema ng pagkatalo ng parehas na kupunan na naglalaban ngayon because Alberei Kings were actually in control. But then the fourth quarter scoring, 27-9, all of a sudden they just lost gas. Naubusan sila, and Black Mamba, like their name, struck at the right moment. They were keeping at pace against Alberei, but then there, when they needed to win, they finished off with a finishing mark. Fourth quarter was where the game ended.
Bounce back ang gusto ng dalawang koponan. We'll turn you over. Bago pala yan, ito muna team standings natin dito para makita nyo yung nangyayari ngayon sa Group B with St. Clair, the only unbeaten team in this group. We'll turn you over to Jay De La Cruz, our partner, for the introduction of our protagonists.
PBA D-League Foundation Cup. Our main game for today is between the Hyperwash Vipers versus the Alberei Kings. Let us now meet the starters first for the Hyperwash Vipers. At center, number 29, Abu Dajilul. Point guard, number 8, AR Julkifli. At forward, number 14, Kazim Mirza. The other guard, number 7, Job Carriaga. And at forward, number 16, RV Bringas. Coaching the Vipers is Joel Falapal. Let us now meet the starters for the Alberei Kings. Forward, number 18, Jonathan Pareño. At center, number 1, Reynald Yasa. At guard, number 24, Kevin Velasquez. The other forward, number 11, Hiro Tamilioso. And the other guard, number 19, John Rebollos. Coaching the Kings for this game is Jason Carriaga. Game officials are Ray Yante, Jesse Harabeo, Rod Lampreya, and Donald Dowie.
There you have it, Joel Kipling, Carriaga, Danjinul, Mirza, Bringas, on the other side, Velasquez, Rebollos, Yasa, Pareño, and Tomilioso. Hyperwash Vipers versus the Alberei Kings. Hyperwash in their black jerseys and the Kings in their immaculate white.
An interesting addition, yung inside presence ng Bringas.
Oh yes.
That's gonna be a good addition para dito sa Hyperwash.
Parang natin tumibay sila eh. Bringas inside. Meantime, Mirza also in the match here. Shot clock at 9 para sa Vipers. Kazim, they go to Bringas. 4 to shoot. Out to Kazim. Kazim, air ball for the first attempt. And why do always players blame the ball?
4-second shot clock violation.
Wipe their hands whenever their first shot goes short. They immediately wipe their hands. Kahit na hindi basa, pero no, we're not saying Kazim's hands are not wet. I'm just saying it's a natural knee-jerk reaction. Wipe your hands.
Balik ang bola sa white shirts. Yasa inside. It's good.
Yasa.
White shirts already on the board talking about the Alberei Kings. Ynares surveying the floor. Joel Kipli, pinakawala ng bola. Shot clock at 9. Ball away coming from Dajilul. Not sure if that was a shot that they wanted.
Sana nakikita mo, jab tong Hyperwash is testing. Papalag ba to? Gawa pa lang. Okay, change strategy.
Long two didn't work. Balik ang bola dito sa dark shirts. Joel Kipli. Shot clock at 13. 8:25 to go here in the first quarter. Daming handoff dito para sa Vipers.
Yeah, 7 seconds. The shot clock. They gotta decide.
Block was Mirza. Not a fluid execution there.
Just trying to wait for somebody to take the shot.
Jonathan has it against Kazim. And they'll call a foul against Mirza.
Not really a good start for Kazim.
Pushing foul number 14, Kazim Mirza. That's his first foul, 1 on the Vipers.
Una ni Kazim. Jonathan on the line, sinks the first free throw.
Substitution, Ron Casmeros for Archer Kipli. Macondilla for Kazim Mirza.
So muna si Kazim. Incidentally, we heard from the grapevine that Kazim might be leaving the basketball world again. And quote-unquote flying off to greener pastures.
You know, the same with, we mentioned this already here in the D-League, that Kazim, no secret naman that he went to flying school together with his teammate here, Jeric Fortuna. And ito si Kazim nga, he has finished the necessary hours for him to be a legal pilot, I would say. And samantalang si Jeric, kahanap pa, na-stranded ang kanyang paglipad dahil mabagyo nga at maulan. At so, for the meantime, right now, is just going back to his roots. Alam naman natin na basketball pa rin ang first love niya ng dalawang to.
Jonathan, inilapit. He'll go to the line. Montilla will be called for that foul.
Foul number 11, Macondilla. That's his first foul, 2 on the Vipers. 2 free throws, Jonathan Pareño.
So Pareño on the line again. 3-0, Kings on the board. Parang diesel engine start ito, no? Dito sa both teams. Trying to find their groove. Pero sa D-League kasi 40-minute action lang ito eh.
Kaya kailangan pukpukan ka agad. And paminsan dito sa D-League, kahit ano pwede mangyari.
30 seconds on
Seconds,
Vipers.
you know, when Iowa all of a sudden turned their defense up, bigla nag-iba yung ihip ng hangin.
Tingnan natin kung mag-iiba ito para sa Vipers. Pero so far, the Kings are off to a good start here. 4-0, 7:26 remaining in the first quarter. We'll hang in the air here. And we'll talk more about these two squads. Pag loaded ka talaga ng veterano, Juan, isa sa mga challenges dyan, either kahiyaan, as you mentioned that, or sumobra naman sa takeover.
Tingnan natin itong Hyperwash. Ito yung dalawang piloto na pinag-uusapan natin kasi Mirza and Jeric Fortuna taking off with 21 and 16 points apiece. A little good in terms of outside shooting or field goal percentage, 50% in terms of their field goal shooting. Not bad for these aspiring pilots.
Now, Fortuna, by the way, is in. Tingnan natin kung magagawa ulit nila yun, no? Pag nagsabay sila ni Kazim. Samantala, atake sa loob.
Lord Casajeros.
It's good for Casajeros. Hyperwash already on the board. Shot clock at 15. Three ball didn't work. Black shirts on the run. Fortuna just changing
Oh,
direction.
for some reason, naiilang ba sila na libre sila? Kasi ilang beses natin nakita ngayon sa hapon na yan, no? So when they're there, right there, and you can see Jeric Fortuna parang nagdadabog na bata na napopost straight dun sa hila niya kasi he was wide open.
Kasi butas na eh, no?
Oo.
Rebolios.
That's Jeric Fortuna. Those shots are nothing to it.
Casajeros, binabangga si Rebolios. Tinirahan. Nope. Oh, nobody picked up the ball.
Four white shirts, 5 white shirts there. Nobody deciding.
Oh, lovely move by Mac. Not picking up that dribble. Handa tayo sa 4. Natalo sa 4 na minuto na nakalipas dito sa ating first quarter. Yasa. Shot at 12. Tough shot. Didn't work there. Montilla going back-to-back baskets here.
Down. Alberei Kings jogging down. Transition.
Hyperwash already with the upper hand at 6'4". Pareño going one-on-one against Mac. Ringas, Bebuelo, bibit-bit, nope. He'll kick it out to Fortuna. 3 ball is good.
Jeric
I think
Fortuna,
he likes shooting from the outside that far than a closer range shot. I mean, parang layup sa kanya yung 3 points. Yung layup, parang 3 points sa kanya.
And one, dahil doon, it's a 9-0 run here by the Vipers. Another missed opportunity for
They're just pushing
the
ball.
Kings.
That seems to be the secret kasi hindi makasabay sa takbuhan.
Mac will go to the line. 9-0 run.
pushing foul on number 18, Jonathan Pareño.
Jonathan Pareño tinawagan ng foul.
Timeout, Alberei Kings.
Kings calling for the ceasefire. It's a 5-point lead para dito sa Vipers on a 9-0 run with 5:13 remaining here in the first. Let's talk about the Kings. Jonathan Pareño and Real Cervantes kontra Black Mamba.
Yun yung hinahanap natin sa Manilaro. Real Cervantes not really here in his ball game, but kahit papano, hopefully, etong Jonathan Pareño can carry the load on his own, but it's that outside shooting so far. Pareño has taken the load in the responsibility of scoring for his team, but they're down by 5.
After scoring 4 straight points, Mac Montilla, minti sa unang free throw niya. Iniatras ng kaunti yan. Ayun, kinalibrate, di pa rin pumasok. 9-4 pa rin ang ating talaan. Lamang pa rin ang 5 dito ang Vipers. .15-foot jumper didn't work there for Rebolios. All the way, nope, denied. No easy baskets here.
Najulu trying to figure out what he's gonna do with the ball and then said, I'm this close to the basket, might as well take it all the way.
Eh kung pumasok naman kasi yun, one, diba? You'll take that. Ringas. Make that pass to Casajeros. Napalpal in the process. Rebolios, nasa kanya ulit ang bola. Goes for the 3. He's been trying to look for that outside shot.
It relieves the load of offense para kay Pareño. No? Kung na-shoot na yun, parang hindi na si Pareño lagi yung titira dito. So it spreads the defense. Oh, good pass.
That's it. Scoring underneath. Uncontested. Score natin 11-7. Namang pa rin dito ng 4 ang Vipers. Tano, pinatitira ng malayo. Aba! Akalain mo may long shot yun.
There was a smirk there saying, let me open, I'll make you pay.
That Chilol underneath coming from Ringas.
And from the weak side, defense really not there. Alberei Kings.
Walang 4 na minuto sa ating first quarter. 4 ang abante rito ng Hyperwash Vipers, 13-9. Kings on the move. Rebolios. Oh! Could go to the line.
Trying to extend there for his layup.
Foul on number 91, Marcus Ynares.
A foul on the way.
We got another timeout here. Dito sa ating first quarter, palitan ng baskets dito. 4 pa rin ang abante ng Hyperwash Vipers.
Timeout, Alberei Kings.
It's a full timeout by the Kings. They're down by 4. We'll be right back. King of rebounds versus Black Mamba, John Reynald Yasa. Sus Marios, labing walang rebound pala ito kontra Black Mamba. 18 boards. Rebolios missing the first free throw.
Kahit siya siguro, nagulat din sa bitaw niya.
Tabingi.
Oo.
Pangalawa, wala pa rin. Sometimes that happens. People who can shoot well from the outside, like Rebolios, maging nilapit ng imitation.
Yeah, and it usually happens after you make a three. You
Ah,
know, yung
ah,
pulsa mo naka-calibrate for a three-point shot. Pagdating mo sa free throw, iba eh.
Montilla feeds it
Oh,
back
good
to Casajeros.
That's right now. Hyperwash actually playing fluid basketball.
59 ang ating score ng mga Vipers ng ating. Rebolios, pinapatay ni Casajeros. Pasa sa loob na agaw. Fortuna leading it. Fortuna flying high. Nope. Oh, I thought that
Yeah, pero Pareño, I thought Pareño was on a follow-up there.
didn't he?
Foul on number 18, Jonathan Pareño. That's the second
Nagkaroon ako ng
foul.
follow.
Buti na
Two
nag-maintain.
shots for Mac Montilla.
Back on the line. He has a total of 5 points. 16-9. Unti-unti lumalayo dito ang Hyperwash in the first quarter. 2 for 2 for Mac, total of 6. Almost a steal by Fortuna. 8-point lead for the Vipers, 2:54 remaining here in the first. Pareño, ginugulo ni Montilla. Diaz, nasa kanya ang bola. Diaz na wala. Ito na ang black shirts.
And a fast break.
Basket is
Points
good for
ready for
Mac
Mac.
Montilla.
Bonus free throw.
Foul
You have to
on
give
number 4,
credit to
Jonathan
Ferreira
Ynares.
for being unselfish.
Hyperwash Vipers.
Look at this good find. Lead pass, outlet. As usual, Montilla finishing off. And one pa.
Lumaki sa 10 ang abante dito ng Vipers, 19-9. We got this time out. We'll be right back. Tournament format kasamang Juan. Paano ba madidetermine ang ating quarterfinals teams?
And so the top 4 teams of each bracket will compete in the quarterfinals with the top 2 having the twice the beat advantage. And then after that, dyan lang po tayo magko-cross over. The top 2 teams of both brackets or both groups will cross over, and the top 2 teams that come out of that semifinals will meet in the finals.
Kaya unahan talaga dito nagkukumok ng ating mga teams makakuha ng napakaraming panalo.
And again, they'll only have 6 games. And if they have only 6 games, what you want is to be above 50%. So that's 4-2 ang winning record that probably give you a good, a safer access to the quarterfinals. But pag nag 3-3 ka na, mukhang quotient system na ang babantayan mo dyan.
Diaz, pinakawalan ng bola. Inagaw dito ni Mac. Mac with 9 points. Sinigurado niya a total of 11 points already for Montilla. The lead has gone up here. It has ballooned to 13.
This is not the same Alberei Kings that we saw in their match against Black Mamba.
Iba, no?
Iba. And I guess Real Cervantes is just that huge impact for the team.
Now Tano gives up a foul kay Casajeros to prevent a fast break
Foul
opportunity
on
for
number 3,
Hyperwash.
Mark Tano. Substitutions, Nelson Saldana for
Lebolio muna.
Jonathan Pareño for Jorex Diaz, Abu de Chilul for
Nelson Saldana
Saldana.
takes his place. Balik ang bola dito sa Vipers. Fortuna. Setting the table here. Casajeros humihingi ng clear out. Gusto niya yung mismatch dito against Tano. Oh, but he fails to score. But they get it back. Casajeros with that steal. So after a flat start by the Vipers, sila na ang may kalamangan dito. Ferrer. Casajeros, another rebound.
No,
Put back is good.
Undersized, 3 or power forward trying to, pick up those pieces. Madami na tayo nakikita ganyan, no? Yung mga 2-3 na nagtatrabaho sa ilalim. Classic example, of course, Scotty Thompson.
Biggest lead at 15 for the Vipers. Baba sa 13. Kay Pareño. Walang isang minuto sa first quarter. 24-11 ang ating score. Mac. Already with 11 points. Wants a clear out here. Pareño on him. Fortuna. Tabingin yung tira, and they'll call last touch on Ferrer.
Good line there. Jeric Fortuna, unfortunately. Again, malapit eh. Gusto niya malayo eh. Kailangan niya mas mahirap na tira na malayo. Mas pumapasok para dito kay Jeric.
Galing Shaw Boulevard, ano? Tuwan pa rin, no?
Espanya, USD.
Layo naman sobra nun. Jonathan, nawala bola. Dajilul, pinakawala ng bola dito kay Casajeros. Casajeros, balance shot and is the minute. 6 seconds left in the first quarter. Foul given up here by Montilla. Casajeros is running the floor.
And even Montilla and Fortuna, I mean, this quicker lineup for Hyperwash is working wonders for them because hindi nga makasabay sa kanila here in the first quarter.
Substitution, for Montilla.
Montilla pahinga muna. He has done his job here in the first. Tano, fake that pass, went up for the shot. Wala. At matatapos ang ating first quarter with the Vipers building a 15-point lead, 26-11.
See, Hyperwash is turning it up. And don't see Montilla, 11 points already. Karamihan dyan off a fast break, good lead passes. And hard work pays off as he sprints down those couple of steals, creating opportunities for his team. Transition defense seems to be a problem para sa Alberei.
Accuracy is high para kay Mac Montilla at gayon din sa kapanan ng Hyperwash. Lamang sila dito ng 15. We'll be right back.
Substitution, Julian Palatao for Marcano.
Balik po tayo sa Ynares Sports Arena in Pasig City para po sa continuing coverage ng inyong 2019 PBA D-League Foundation Cup. PBA D-League noon, PBA kami ngayon. Yan ang battle cry ng ating mga mananalo tayo. Ito po ang breeding ground ng future PBA superstars. Chicky Reyes with the fine gentleman, Juan Banal.
Second quarter.
First quarter field goal. Ito nangyari 11 of 24 for Hyperwash.
And I was supposed to mention those 4 made basket by Alberei Kings. They started out well, but then all of a sudden, itong Hyperwash just, started stepping on the gas. Higher percentage shots off the break, 45% from the field na sila. But the 17 rebounds, that's very crucial for Hyperwash because they're able to run because of 17 rebounds in the 5 turnovers of Alberei Kings.
Tingnan natin kung makabawi sila dito in the second quarter. Pero patuloy pa rin ang ginagawa maganda ni Casajeros, filling up those lanes, running the break. Duty foul given up by Rebollos.
And again, it's the same thing that happens every time they secure that rebound, the defensive board. Look ahead, outlet pass. If you have guys like Jeric Fortuna who can see the floor well, taas ng percentage nila in a success rate and when they're running the fast break.
Ganun-ganun na lang, kasamang one, itong si Lord Casajeros already with 9.
Binolding.
Pinagda pa.
Binolding.
Sinadya ba yun?
Sabi ko sa'yo yung Hyperwash mahilig sa mahirap na tira. Pag
Oo
madali,
nga eh.
nagmimintis eh.
Pati yung crowd natin dito parang nagulat sa ginawa ni Casajeros. But the basket is a basket. 28-11. 17-point lead here para sa Hyperwash. Balik nila, wala. Casajeros was there.
Working hard in the boards.
12 para kay Casajeros.
He reminds me a lot of this UE player that's now in Alaska. Dating Blackwater elite. Blackwater ang nag-draft sa
Oh,
the name slips me.
si Jasper.
Yeah,
Hindi.
no eh.
Hanapin natin yan.
High flyer din.
Hanap.
Last year sa D-League. Taas tumalo.
Hanapin natin yan. Meantime, Dajilul. Just threw it up in the air. At walang napuntahan yung kanyang tira.
Substitution, John Cariaga for Jeric Fortuna.
Fortuna will take his break here. Much needed break. Much deserved break. Diaz. Ginugulo ni Deo Campos. He's an opening and he
Felix
scores.
Diaz.
Seems to be better that way rather than taking it from the outside.
30-16, 14 ang abante rito ng Vipers. Second quarter action na po ito. 2 minuto na nakalipas in the second period. Ferrer. Mga arado sa loob. Nope. Turn of the white shirts to run. Diaz to the corner. And that 3 ball just wouldn't drop for Tomilioso.
Uso holding ngayon.
Rebollos goes back.
Uso.
13-19. Baba sa 11 ang abante ng Hyperwash.
Good
Casajeros.
hesitation.
Just missed the shot. Meron siyang 12 points sa kabuuan. Saldana leading the break. Balik sa kanya ang bola. Good give and go.
Elgin Saldana.
Beautiful run there by Alberei Kings. Diaz timing it. Then pass back. Waiting for the defense to commit.
Baba sa 9 ang abante ng Hyperwash. Dajilul missing. But look at that.
It's not done. Not done.
If you got the Lord on your side,
Elgin Saldana.
he's gonna deliver.
Substitutions.
Ayos ba yun? Yun yung pangalan ni Casajeros. Kailangan natin mabanggit.
Bonus free throw, Lord Casajeros.
Natawa dito yung aking partner.
Pag naglabas ka ng God card, wala na. Tapos na yung kwento. Kahit banda pa yung free throw mo, pasok na pasok. Nakita naman natin na hindi po chamba yung Casajeros boarding na free throw. Because he's done it again and he made that free throw.
15 na para kay Casajeros. 33-21, a 12-point lead here for the Vipers. Mirza. Kiskisan away from the ball.
Tadanya just not allowing Casajeros anymore inside the shaded area. Cutting to the basket strong and just giving that nudge.
Substitution.
Referee's caught that.
Archel Kipling for North Casajeros.
Casajeros now getting finally his breather after
14
10
seconds
seconds.
on the shot clock.
Ano siya, no? All over the floor
Yeah, yung sipag eh.
na hindi sayang yung galaw. Sulit, ika nga. Bring us.
Oh, beautiful.
You gotta love the big guys. Sinabi mo na yan,
Beautiful.
na may handles. Ano?
And bring us yun yung hinihintay natin. Kaya sinabi natin na nakita na natin na nasa lineup ulit. Sabi ko, ako, pwede itong hyperwash na to. And I think hindi pa sila kompleto. They don't have Buenafin now in their lineup. They also don't have Kawaling in their lineup.
Mirza. Kick out to bring us. Set up sila dito. Del Campo has it.
Oh, good cut.
You move, you'll get rewarded. Ganun talaga yun.
Agree? Tadanya second time
Foul
around
number
confident.
17, Nelson Saldana.
Just trying to keep up with the
That's his
defense.
third foul
Sorry, with the
for
offense.
the
Check
Kings.
that.
Joel Kipley will get 2 free throws.
Two
6:05
free throws
remaining
for
sa
Joel
ating second period. 20 muna ni Joel Kipley. Pero 14 pa rin ang abante rito ng Hyperwash.
Julian Palatao, Kevin Velasquez for Nelson Saldana.
Palatao has to sit down. Tano takes his place. Joel Kipley, pangalawang itcha. This time around, pasok. 15 ang abante rito ng Hyperwash Vipers. 36-21. Rebolios. Balik sa kanya ang bola.
You can see that Hyperwash is active on defense.
Yung recovery mawawala yung bola and then they'll scramble back on
And even
defense.
their guards are just, you know, trying to stay in front.
Foul number 16, RV Bringas.
RV tinawagan ng foul kontra Kitano.
Substitution, Rinald Yasa for Hiro Tomilioso.
Tomilioso po
Shot
na
clock, 14
Yasa comes
seconds.
back in.
Oh, activity on defense.
Joe Carriaga.
Passing lane, nabasa ni Cariaga, nakumpleto yung steal, nakumpleto pa ng isang layup. Pinakamalaking kalamangan na ito at 17. 38-21, Velasquez.
Oh, way short. That's his second three-point attempt by Velasquez.
And he's very upset at that. Of course, gayon din ang kanilang head coach. Not really pleased with what happened there. Approaching the halfway mark of the second period. Cariaga missing it. Takbo ngayon ng Kings. Rebolios leading it. Feeding their big guys sa trail move. Yasa gustong sumalampak. Wala. He'll go to
He
the
had
line.
bad intentions with that drop pass.
Foul number 14, Kazim Mirza.
Here's sa tinawagan ng foul.
Two on the Vipers. Two shots for Rinald
Naghahanap tayo
Yasa.
dito ng ano, yung grit sa laro ng Kings. Eh. Not the same Kings that we...
Boarding na naman. Ano ba?
What's it?
Uso yata. I don't know. Is there like a wager that we are not aware of? That they all had an agreement to use the board this afternoon? I don't know. Please enlighten us.
Ay, kasi pinapanood ko yung benches ng dalawang teams. Hindi sila tumatawa. So, ibig sabihin,
Nag-usap ata eh.
normal.
Normal. Oh.
Norm, no? Dito sa dalawang
Ano ba trip
teams.
natin ngayon? Puro boarding? Okay, boarding tayo ngayon ha? Okay, fight.
Mirza for 3.
Pag diretso, hindi pumapasok eh. Oh, what is he doing?
Balik ang bola dito sa Vipers. Kasim will set this one up. Mahaba pa ang kanilang orasan. 3:16. Kasim, the veteran, nagpasabit. Walang pito. Tano secures the rebound.
Kasim is a volume shooter. You know, he gets his bunches, gets his points in a lot of attempts. But once he gets heated up, tuloy-tuloy na yung mga tira niya.
Good move ang ginawa ni Del Campo, preventing Yasa to take advantage of that mismatch.
First foul, 3 on the Vipers.
Free throws will go the way of Yasa. More problems here for the Kings dahil Mac Martinez
Substitution,
back in the game.
Mac Matilla for
Try to
Kazim
run.
Mirza.
Expect itong Hyperwash to run with Montilla. But then they have a shorter lineup. They're playing 3 guards in Montilla as their power forward, and you've got Bringas now as their center. So it's going to be a quicker lineup for Hyperwash.
Rebolios.
No, that's not the memo. The memo is use the board. If you don't use the board, it's not going to go in.
Hintay sa kanyang mahabang 3. Samantala, Montilla. Pinaalis lahat. Gusto bigyan ng bola si Bringas sa ilalim. RV has it. Kontra kay Tano. Shot back at 7. Labas kay Mac. Balik dito kay RV ulit.
Oh, same move.
And they'll call an offensive foul.
Offensive foul
Bringas.
number 16, RV Bringas.
4 minutes remaining dito sa ating second period. It's a 15-point lead para sa Hyperwash Vipers.
Timeout, Alberei Kings.
Score po natin 38 kontra 23. Kings calling for this timeout. We'll be right back.
Substitution. Kazimierz for Hotel Hampo.
4 minutes remaining here in the second period. The dark shirts, the Hyperwash Vipers, discussing matters. Sa kabila po naman, Velasquez, Yasa, and the rest of the Kings are trying to find their form dahil absent yan dito sa first half of action.
Yep, and but it's interesting because they haven't really found because yung kawalan ng Real Cervantes sa lineup nila and kawalan din nung Jason Milano, nawalan bigla ng pupuntahan in terms of scoring itong Alberei. But Rebolios, Pareño, these are the guys that are trying for their team.
And also even Mark Tano scoring off that jumper already with 4 points. Babasa Bakers doesn't lead ang kalamangan dito ng Hyperwash 38-25.
And that's gonna be too easy.
Pero offensive foul ang itatawag kay Montilla ng Hawi yata.
Oh, that's the second consecutive
Offensive
offensive
foul
foul.
number 11, Mac Montilla. That's his third foul.
Pangatlo na ni Mac. Balik ang bola sa Kings. Rebolios, ginugulo ni Cariaga dito. Gets a screen from Yasa. Yasa. Against Mirza. Pepuersa again. Reverse. Masyadong malalim.
You can see how Hyperwash is at some point very organized. They try to hold the ball, they don't push for that fast break if it's not present.
Almost a steal by Cariaga. Sa kabila, Velasquez susubok muli. Short pa rin.
0 out of 3.
Mirza pushing it.
Ito yung sinasabi natin eh. Kung
Kazim
nandyan,
Mirza!
hindi nila push nila, but they also have the discipline to pull back if ever walang numero.
Angat muli sa 15 ang abante rito ng Vipers. 40-25. Dalawat kalahati na lamang po dito sa ating first half. Rebolios. Pinakawalan kay Diaz. Shot back at 5. Diaz. Nakakita ng buwang. No lucky bounce there.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about. They're gonna run with this lineup. Montilla, Ben.
Mac Montilla.
Montilla, 13 points already. Not even sprinting for that layup anymore.
It's such an efficient way to play basketball. You've got Kazimierz smart with the ball after getting the rebound. All he has to do is look ahead. You know? Pahinga ka na lang sa depensa.
And Velasquez continues to
naman sila.
miss.
2 minutes.
So the miscommunication there in the rebound delayed their attempt to run. Alberei Kings will have to get their shots in. I mean, that's how they're starting this run for Hyperwash.
Montilla gusto na itong mismatch against Diaz. And they have tied their biggest lead at 19. 44-25. Oras natin. 1 minuto, 35 segundo sa second quarter. Bringas bumitaw ng foul.
Foul on number 16, RV Bringas.
to allow the entry of his teammates. Samantala, a minute 33 remaining sa second quarter. 11 makabante rito ng Vipers, 44-25. A 19-point leader para sa Vipers kontra sa Kings para po sa inyong edisyon ng 2019 PBA D-League Foundation Cup. Shakira is here with the fine gentleman Juan Banal. Finally, a basket for Velasquez.
Came in an easier way. But they badly needed that. You know, every time they miss, itong Hyperwash, they know how to make it pay. Hindi na nga sila makababa ng depensa kaagad. Nagbimintis pa.
Pasajeros. Pumreno, umangat. Ayaw pumasok ng jumper. The Bollios, nakita si Velasquez. He hit the jumper earlier. He goes for the three. Open look na yun, no? Sa kabila, go for the reverse. Yan ang ginawa. Jul Kipley scoring. Balik sa 19 ang abante ng Hyperwash, 46-27. Rebollios. Tano, na-recover yung pasa. Ginawa ng paraan. Kalahating minuto sa first half. 17 ang abante ng Vipers. Casajeros.
They're trying to deny Casajeros now. And Saldana actually doing a good job on defense. Putting a body on Casajeros. Yun yung naging problema kanina because Casajeros had his way around the ring. Able to pick up those offensive rebounds.
Oh! Ooh. Jul Kipley. Napeki ni Rebollios doon. 7 seconds remaining. Down to 6. Rebollios down to 4. Oh, yung tira niya palpal ni Bringas. Leak out pass.
Again, Saldana there to make that stop.
At the end of the
At
first half,
natapos ang ating second quarter. Lamang ng 17 dito. Ang Hyperwash 46-29. Yan ang ating second quarter score, 46-29, a 17-point lead for the Vipers. Ang ating halftime analysis sa aming pababalik. Ating pong halftime score, 46-29, a 17-point lead here for Hyperwash Vipers kontra Alberei Kings. So Chicky Reyes here with the fine gentleman Juan Banal. At nahihimayin po natin ang first half. Ang nangyari, bakit biglang kumawala itong Hyperwash?
A lot of what they did started with this guy, the aggressiveness of Montilla. It's not being able to be stopped. Samantalang itong Alberei trying to find their range from the outside. A little bit hot in the first, in the beginning, Pareño and Rebollos actually starting out, shooting lights out. And then all of a sudden when they started missing, itong Hyperwash, nag-iba na ng tema. They got those defensive rebounds and then started pushing the ball. Yung mga outlet passes nila ang naging solusyon sa problema dito ng Alberei Kings.
In fact, the second quarter, gumanda na yung ofensiba ng Kings. They were able to produce 18 points against the 20 of the Vipers. Pero yung panimula, yung 26-11, doon talaga nagkatalo. Good thing for the Kings, may second half pa.
Yeah, if you take a look, and we're going to see the numbers on the wall just to prove the point that we want to make. If you take a look at the halftime stats, the field goal percentage, kaya naman mataas yung sa Hyperwash Vipers because a lot of it came from their fast break points. Take a look at those fast break points. 19-2.
Dami.
And it starts with those defensive rebounding. 31 against the 19 of Alberei Kings. And not only that, adding insult to injury, they're not making their outside shots. 3 out of 14 sila sa 3-point field goal percentage. And whenever those are long rebounds that after a missed 3-point attempt, tumatakbo kagad yung Hyperwash, which has resulted to an easier way to expanding that gap in terms of lead.
And those are open looks, open looks coming from the Kings. At ang mga kamador dito, it's Rebollos, their point guard, leading the attack for the Kings. Sa kabila naman, tinan mo to, Montilla and Casajeros combining for 30 of the Vipers, 46 points.
Karamihan dyan. Ang maganda dyan, si Casajeros yung nagtumatrabaho dun sa opensa and around the board. Samantalang si Montilla naman yung tumatakbo para sa kanila. He's the one that's leaking out. And when you have guards like Jeric Fortuna and even Kasim Mirza, after getting and securing that rebound, they immediately look ahead and they're able to find their teammates.
So third quarter about to start. Mga kapatid, kung saan titira natin kung ang adjustments magagawa dito ng Alberei Kings dahil na kinakailangan makahabol sila dito if they want to salvage this game. Pero knowing yung mga veterano sa kabila for Hyperwash, they want to put more pressure.
Third quarter.
Cut the head of the snake as early as the pivotal third. Here we go. Mirza starting aggressive here in the third and scoring in just 12 seconds. 48-29.
And the thing, partner, hindi pa umiinit yung kasi Mirza. It's the rest of the guys.
Casajeros, points here for Hyperwash.
Seems like they're not letting up. Another steal.
Mirza makes it 6 points in a row for the Vipers.
Quick timeout after the third quarter.
30 seconds.
Opening it with a 6-0 run. Just take a look at that.
That's 6 points in 35 seconds. At dahil doon kasamang Juan, namagana sa 23 agad yung abante dito ng Hyperwash.
It's interesting itong si Pareño. He was hot in the first quarter, pero no second quarter para may iniindang hamstring injury kasi we saw him stretching it most of the second quarter. Didn't see him return in the second quarter. And just enough window para dito sa Hyperwash to extend their lead. Now they're starting the third quarter.
Pressure continues
Flat.
here.
They're quite flat, yeah.
Ito, na-break nila yung press na ginawa dito ng Hyperwash. Tignan natin if they could buy a basket here in the third period.
Blocking foul number 29,
That Girol called for the foul.
Shot clock at 14 seconds.
14 to shoot for the Kings. Casajeros sticking close to Pareño. Pareño nakakita ng puwang. Wala. Fortuna pushing it. Feeds it at the last second. Another great pass.
Guys, they're running now this time with Alberei Kings. Maganda lang talaga yung spacing na pinakita ng Hyperwash which allowed Jeric Fortuna to pass it at the last second to Dajilul.
8-0 run by the Vipers. Foul given up here by Mirza. So 25 na ito. Palamangan ng Hyperwash.
That's his third foul, 2 on the Vipers.
2 free throws
Oh, that's a shooting foul.
ang ibibigay kay Yasa.
2 free throws for Raymond Yasa.
8:49 remaining sa third quarter. Ano? Talaga?
Told you.
Boarding ang gusto
Told you.
nila.
Agreement yan. May kasulatan po dyan before the game.
At nag-uusap sila ni Casajeros, sabi ni Casajeros, ginagaya mo naman ako, partner. Yasa gets his own miss. Good save. 54-30, 24-point lead here for the Vipers. Running shot, wala. Baseline drive, reverse. You gotta give credit.
Mark on yellow.
Defense, for some reason, Ferrer was already sprinting down, not being able to help out in the shaded area.
Good reverse by Mark.
Yeah, it was an easy reverse.
Fortuna has it. Score natin 54-32. Jeric. Pabitin ng bahagya. Wala. Put back. Wala pa rin. Casajeros was there. Casajeros. Ball fake. Finale. Nope.
A little bit creative, both players, but not finding a basket.
So 8 minutes remaining here in the third. 14 sa shot clock ng Vipers. Kazim.
Oh. I was about to say you cannot do that. You cannot have your hands down because he's a long-stretched shooter.
Stolen by Casajeros.
Oh,
And he's playing really well in this match.
confidently. Being able to execute, make the right decisions.
Oh, that was a bad miss coming from Mark. Kazim nasundutan, and they'll keep that ball with 18 on the shot clock. Ferrer, may puwersa.
Oh!
Nakuha pa yung talbog.
Jerome Ferrer.
58-32. And looking at the body language of the Kings, ang balikat, bagsak, ang mga mukha, walang iti. Nawala yung grit.
Yeah. And they're just throwing away the ball thinking na mababawi naman nila sa kabila. But that's the thing, hindi nila nababawi. Even the 50-50 bucks, Kazim Mirza.
Kazim Mirza.
Namagana to sa pinakamalaking kalamangan sa 28, 16-32. Pareño.
Oh, beautiful.
Jonathan Pareño.
He's been asking for the ball. You know, he's been frustrated that the ball is not, the movement of the ball is not reaching him. You can see in his face he wants to win.
Mabasa Mendes sa isang kabanda dito ng Hyperwash, 16-34. Back to Manila again. Dajilul with that layup. Three ball. Bukit.
Uy, Jojan Rebolios.
Rebolios pa rin yung sila yung bumubuhat dito.
And now somebody has to take over that shooting responsibility and scoring responsibility. Tulad nga na sinabi natin, dalawa sa main scorers na lang wala, yung si Milano and si Cervantes.
Pero wala ka na choice, no? You have to fill those shoes. Now, Ferrer is becoming more active the same way yung ginawa ni Casajeros the first half.
It isn't turning the favor dito kay Yasa. Si Yasa gano'n na rin naman ginagawa ng sahig ng Alberei. So si Ferrer doing the same thing. Trying to be moving without the ball. Looking at his and anticipating where he thinks the offense will go. Just being present just in case a drop pass will be there.
Una ni Jerome, pasok. Tano, by the way, is in. Palataw sits down. Pangalaw ni Jerome. Wala. Oliano has it. Open for the 3. They are egging him to shoot.
Oh!
Marcoliano
Sunod-sunod na yung 3 points dito ng Alberei Kings.
Baba sa 23 ang abante ng Hyperwash, 63-40. Dapat kalahati sa third quarter. Dajilol nagbigay ng screen. Casajeros, I like that hesitation move.
Doing that time and again here in the game. Just the moment the defense relaxes, they'll become aggressive.
Blackjack already for Casajeros with 21 points. Yasa, de fuerza. It's good.
Basket is good for Reina Piazza. Foul number 24, Jerome Perez.
Ferrer tinawagan ng foul. You gotta see that again. That deserves another look. The power move there. Pero ang problema, labang pa rin ang 23 ang Vipers.
Bonus free throw for Reina Piazza.
Medyo complacent yung depensa dito ng Hyperwash.
And he missed that bonus free throw. Tried to go bank again. Kasi Muset, no. Danjilol, sabi niya, meron din ako dyan.
Yung depensa talaga na idudulot ng mga kakampi mo, nakakashoot. It's contagious.
26 ang abante.
Does it again.
Too strong of a pass. Pareño has it. Up and down we go. Out to Rebollos. Open for that 3. Book it for Rebollos.
Free, Jojo Rebollos.
Bad for Rebolio.
68-45. Lamang pa rin dito ang Vipers. Mirza inside. Veteran.
Kasim Mirza.
Too easy.
Sa kabila. Oliano. Oh, just missing that gimme. Tatakbo dito ang black shirts. Danjilol going hard to the cup. Yasa. The slam didn't work.
He's been wanting to do that.
Marcoliano.
And Oliano cleans up the mess.
Yash has been wanting to do that all game long. When he finally had the shot, he missed. But thank God there was Olano being able to get that offensive board.
70-47, 23 ang abante dito na Vipers. Short ang test ni Mirza. Rebollo, stop and pop. Nope, not that time. Casajeros with that spin, and then the drop, and then the reverse.
Kasim Mirza.
And fast break points pouring in para dito sa Hyperwash. Every time those long rebounds are given to them, they push it. It makes their lives easier.
12 points for Mirza. Pareño.
Get another long rebound, and that's gonna be nope. He didn't push it.
Wala nang 3 minuto dito sa ating third period. 72-47. Lamang pa rin dito ang Hyperwash. 25 ang kanilang abante. Casajeros. Could not buy a basket. Danjilol. Nope. 3-on-2 break here. They're looking for that 3 ball. No, Pareño. Inilapit yan at mabasa pa rin ang Vipers.
Good call by Pareño. Lost the handle, but he saw he could take it to Sabrina's one-on-one. But take a look at this replay. Reading the defense. You commit, and you pay with that reverse.
72 for Hyperwash, 49 for Alberei. We got this time out. We'll be right back. Games ng Thursday, ang po Black Mamba, TIP Engineers, CMA Online CEU at iWalk kontra Nail Talk. 1:30, 3:30, 5:30. Here at Ynares Sports Arena in Pasig, 15 po ng Agosto. So Thursday na po yan. Okay?
Masusubukan yung triple-double ni Aaron Black against CEU. Yun, no?
Tingnan natin kung makapagpatuloy niya. Sa Marinerong Pilipino na control si, si Aaron. Mac, susunog ng segundo rito. Cariaga. 2 seconds. Montilla throws up a 3. Short. Warriors looking ahead. 2 minutes left here in the third. Pero 23 pa rin ang amante ng Hyperwash. Tano, far from the basket. Yung pasa kay Yasa, muntik maagaw ni Ferrer, but Jerome will be called for that foul.
Foul number 24, Jerome Ferrer.
Yeah, aggressive there.
That's his second foul. 4 on the Vipers. 14 seconds on the shot clock.
14 to shoot para sa Kings. Rebolios. Stolen by Bringas. Bringas will have a stroll in the park.
RP Bringas.
Bringas just anticipating. He knew there was going to be a pass back because Cariaga was doing a good job on Rebolios. Just manning him up.
A quarter of a century ang kalamangan dito ng Hyperwash. Another turnover for the Kings. They want Montilla to set their offense. 12 to shoot para sa Vipers. Ringas, 5 to shoot. Balik kay Montilla. Cariaga goes for the 3. Short.
There's going to be a trap there.
Diaz picks up his dribble.
Oh, that could have been a backing.
And the pressure continues. They'll call a backing violation indeed.
Backing violation. Substitution. Elgin Saldana
Tignan
for
mo dito
Reina
yung ginagawa
Yasa.
ng Hyperwash Vipers partner. If you won't look at the score, isipin mo sila pa yung naghahabol eh.
Yep. And ito yung sinasabi natin, itong Hyperwash na lineup na to, kanina pinag-usapan natin yung iWalk, parehas na kupunan ng veterano eh. You know, but yung isa naman, nangangapa, lahat nagbibigayan, walang gustong tumira. Dito naman, lahat gusto tumira, nangangapa pa rin sila. But this time around, in this ball game, they've finally, and for some reason, this is the game that sets them apart.
Yes,
You know, after
yes.
a couple, 2 or 3 games, magkakakilala na eh. You can see the combination of Montilla, and the rest of the guys just complementing each other. Very unselfish basketball that we're seeing.
And it's showing, you're right there, one, they're up by 25. 3 seconds on their shot clock. Montilla has to throw this one up. He doesn't know. Hindi na namalaya na paubos na pala yung shot
I
clock.
thought he was looking at the shot.
And he quickly apologizes to Jerick. 9 seconds remaining in this starting third quarter. Down to 3 seconds. Rebolios almost making that one. But nope. Third quarter ends. 25 ang abante ng Vipers.
Good performance there. Still maintaining and keeping their distance, if not yet. More hustle, more grit ang nakikita natin sa Hyperwash as Alberei Kings continue to struggle in this ball game.
Look at that. That's a nice picture of solidarity for the Vipers. Pero ito muna, upcoming games ng Kings PIP. Then they go against Italianos in La Salle on September 2.
Substitution, Jordan Pareto for
Okay. Kanina nakita natin yung huddle ng Vipers. Ano? Again, if you don't know the score,
If you're not looking at it, you think
hindi mo alam, you think
Velasquez.
naghahabol sila. Pero I think, one, you'll agree with me, that's a good sign.
Yep. I mean, it makes you enjoy basketball. Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, especially if you finally break of that slump. Na you're just finding, you know, they've been in a couple of losing games na hindi maganda yung kinalabasan, really fully dominated. But this time around, you know, they're finding their groove. They're enjoying it. Mas nakaka-motivate kasi yung gano'n.
Pinakita natin yung quarter scoring kanina, nahanap ng Hyperwash yung kanilang groove. In the third quarter, scoring 28 big points.
And it's all started in the first quarter, 26 and 11. Isipin mo, they limited Alberei to just 11 points. More than 26 points. Casajeros leading the way with 21 and 9.
Cariaga has been trying to hit it from the outside. Now he gets one. It's just a long two. Or do they give it a 3? No, it's a long two. Pareño. Tabingi. Diaz gets that ball. Good save by Tomilloso. Diaz. Shot clock at 3. It's down to 2. Alam kaya ni Diaz. Tried to throw this one up, and that's a 24-second shot clock violation.
The referees are going to call that. Diaz, I mean, he was given little time to make his move. Pareño held onto the ball for quite so long. And when he finally figured out that, oops, I can't go anywhere, I'll give it to Diaz. And Diaz had, what, 3 seconds to make a move.
Kawawa yung binibigyan ng bola no? Pag mga
Parang ayaw ko sa akin malagay yung turnover sa'yo na lang bibigay sa'yo.
Tapos nasa half court pa, no? Yun yung mabigat-bigat doon. Ringas with that screen, he gets that ball. Na kay Montilla ang bola. Kick out. Pasa kay Cariaga to wide. 8.5 remaining here in the fourth. Balik ang bola sa Kings. Diaz. Nabatay ni Cariaga. Nawala ang bola kay Diaz. Tatakbo ngayon dito ang black shirts. Nope. They'll wait for the others.
And not this lineup. The lineup on the ball on the floor probably won't run.
Steady lang. Patient execution. Fortuna has it. Asking for a screen here. Goes the other way. Ringas asking for it at the corner. 2 seconds. Has to throw this one up. Short on that long two.
Pero may tira sa labas yan, si Alvin Ringas. Ay, sorry. This is off topic. Can I just take notice of, I don't know if yung tan line si Jerry Fortuna because mukhang nag-t-shirt sa beach to eh.
Baka naman good.
Pwede.
Alex Diaz,
Naman siya. Diaz hits a 3 from the corner. Cuts the lead of the Vipers down to 24. 7:22 remaining sa ating ball game. Montilla. Itong ginagawa ngayon ng Hyperwash. Nagsusunod sila ng segundo. 8 to shoot.
This is a smart thing to do, you know. Bigla nila mag-mount ng run. Oh, there you go. Montilla naman, a little bit complacent there, Saldana. You know, but Saldana has been doing a good job.
At ayaw na
On the
coaching
defensive
staff
end, yeah.
ng Hyperwash yan. 7:03 remaining. At mula sa 22 sa kabante ng Vipers, 76 to 54. Back in a moment. Balik po tayo sa Ynares Sports Arena in Pasig City para po sa continued coverage ng inyong 2019 PBA Leading Foundation Cup. Chicken race with the fine gentleman Juan Manal. Fourth and final quarter, 6:54 remaining at komportable ang kalamangan dito ng Hyperwash. It's at 22 points. Pareño, ginugulo ni Casajeros. Nasa may baseline. Reverse, dinukot, pasok.
Jonathan Pareño.
Kinakapos lang siya, He needs to have more options for him to operate. And he needs to find guys to actually be a threat. Para hindi lahat ng mata ng kalaban nila nasa kanila. But he can score if he wants to score.
Ngayon din naman dito
Kasi
kasi
Mirza
we've seen this gentleman in his PBA days as well. If he wants to score, he can also score. Saldana, creating space.
Belgian Saldana.
Mabasa 21, abante ng Hyperwash, 79-58. And Montilla will slow down their attack here. Bringas says, uy, pepeke ako, lalapit ako, re-reverse din ako. No pocket there for Bringas. Pareño, Pepuerza, off-balance shot. Wala. Kazim. You gotta love the hesitation.
Kasi Mirza.
He enjoys doing that. He's too long for you to be able to anticipate if he's gonna cross over the ball. At pag iniwas niya on that hesitation, ang hirap sundutan kasi matatawagan ka ng foul.
23 ang abante rito ng Vipers. Tomilioso.
Basket is good for Hiro Tomilioso.
He'll go to the line for the bonus free throw. Nice ball fake.
Foul number 14, Kasi
Para
Mirza.
sa'yo, sino pinakamagaling mong ball fake sa PBA?
Fourth foul.
On the attack.
Sino?
Ikaw, top of mind.
Bonus free throw for Hiro Tomilioso.
Si LA?
Ako, Olsen, Rara Rosela.
Oh, pareha sa tenista.
Ayun lang, nagkataon lang naman. Montilla asking for a timeout, but pagbibigyan siya ng ating referee, 81-60. 21-point lead here for Hyperwash.
30-second timeout. Hyperwash Vipers.
Just a 30-second timeout will hang in the air here with 5:16 remaining in this ball game. Medyo mahihirapan ng konti ang Kings. Pag-usapan muna natin ang tournament format 1.
And so lahat ngayon nagkakandumahog, kanda humahog because they want to position themselves. Medyo identify na natin kung sino yung mga mainstay at malalakas na teams dito sa D-League in this conference. And so if you're new teams like Hyperwash and itong Alberei Kings, very crucial na malagay ka sa top 4 positions sa bracket mo. Meaning, probably get in 4 wins and 2 losses, the most 3 and 3 para maganda yung position mo sa quarterfinals, which will put you in a 1 to 4 spot. And right now, ito yung nangyayari sa ating So Alberei Kings 0-2, samantalang Hyperwash wala rin pang panalo. So if they stop losing and start winning their games, that puts them in a good spot, top 4 right now. You've got St. Clair and PIP, of course, with no in the top 2 brackets. So pinaglalabanan mo dyan is the last 2, which is the 3rd and 4th place.
Kaya sabi nga nila, something has got to give in this match. Dahil 0-2 record mo rin. Pero with 4:59 remaining, beyond halfway mark na tayo at ang Kings parang nakikipagpalitan lang ng baskets dito.
And I think because, if you take a look at the brackets and yung mga returning teams natin, hindi to biro-birong returning teams. And these are the teams that contended well in the previous conference. In Group A, you've got AMA, you've got CEU, and you've got Marinero Filipino.
Tatlo agad yan.
So tatlo agad yun na malakas. So alam mo na yan yung mga teams na sanay na dito sa D-League. The rest are reintroducing themselves. Samantalang yung Group B mo naman, meron ka dyang TIP Engineers, and meron kang BRT Sumisimbasin at St. Clair. So those are top 2 teams that actually are vying for that 1 and 2 spots because sanay na nga sila dito sa D-League. And kahit papano, tinutuloy lang nila yung sinimulan na nila dun sa first conference. And when they played in the first conference, hindi naman biro din yung standing nila.
Yeah, of course not. 5 tough teams yung binanggit mo dun 1. And the beauty lang sa mga ibang kutunan na bago lang dito. Matitesting sila dyan. And it would be nice if they'll improve in their basketball skills. Foul on Casajeros. Free throws will go the way of Rebolios.
That's the second foul. 2 on the Vipers.
Rebolios, they tried. Oh, he tried. No? Kasama si Pareño. They tried to vault in, fill in those huge shoes left by their go-to guys before. But just too much offense coming from
And they're
the
quicker.
Vipers.
They're quicker. They're more experience in running breaks, making them pay for their mistakes. And then yung long rebounding, most of the shots of Alberei Kings were taken from the outside. And because it's the outside, you expect long rebounds, which makes the life of the running team easier. And when Montilla is on the break and his teammates find him so well, it's hard to stop.
Nagdagan pa natin yung mga timely baskets si Casajeros, di ba? Yung
Right there, interior defense. Whenever naiwanan yung first line of defender, wala na masyadong help from the side of Alberei King. So, all you have to do if you're Hyperwash, iwanan mo lang yung nasa harap mo. Pag naiwanan mo na, don't expect team defense to happen.
Yasa try to go glass for the 3. Wala. Pero meron silang recycled offense dito. Shot clock at 9. Pa rin. Kick out. Velasquez has it. 2 seconds. Velasquez will force the issue. And another player who was been struggling is Velasquez.
All game long, outside shooting. 0 out of 3 from 3.
Montilla susunod pa rin ang segundo rito. 23 ang kanilang abante, 83, 60. Mac makes it a 25.
Right after you leave the first line of defense, you can't expect anything anymore from the help defense of Alberei Kings.
17 points for Montilla. Rebolios. Inside to Tano. Pareño goes for the step back. Too hard, too strong.
Good line though.
2 kalahati na lang dito sa ating orasan. Looking at our team fouls, 2 team fouls ng Vipers. Wala pang binibitawan dito ang Kings.
No good cut.
If you want to keep on rewarding Casajeros.
He's been consistent all game.
Turning point dito, 1. First quarter talaga, no?
First quarter. That was how the game was played all throughout. They didn't change any strategies. They didn't change any adjustment whatsoever. Just kept doing what it's not broken. So Hyperwash just kept the distance, made sure they ran when they needed to run, and held on to the ball when they needed to set up.
Kasi yung kalamangan ng Hyperwash nag-increase every quarter from 15 to 17. And then they started the fourth quarter with a 25-point lead. Ang maganda dito, kapatid, for Hyperwash is when they go to their next game, kailan sila hindi na kailangan
I think it's not even the complete lineup that they usually parade. Wala yung Kawaling, wala rin yung Buena Fe.
25 ang abante ng Hyperwash, 87-62. We got 1:43 left. Back in a moment. We got a minute and 43 seconds left here. Dito sa ating laro, Mirza on the line. As we mentioned, for those of you who failed to listen earlier, we got word that good news naman yun, when we had that chat with Kazim. He really loves basketball, but mukhang may magandang opportunity coming his way very, very soon. Ayaw lang niya muna i-divulge yung complete details. But sabi niya, mixed feelings. But he has to choose, and we're wishing him all the best. Meantime,
To fly and be free.
fly and be free. Free as the wind blows.
Foul number 29, That's the first team
Ano, hindi
foul
ako
of
magulat pag
Vipers
kumatakas.
under the last 2 minutes.
Lagnawan
Shooting
natin
to Rinal
yung
Yasa.
boses mo, hindi biro.
Parang nag-prepare.
Nag-vocalize ka na ba?
Oo naman.
Always ready.
Yasa on the line. 89-62. Okay, how do you look at things positively? One,
If you're Alberei.
Alberei Kings might be, well, they're headed to 0-2.
Obviously, na-disrupt yung kanilang rotation, na-disrupt yung kind of flow of offense. They were actually, toe-to-toe against yung Black Mamba until the fourth quarter, wherein they actually fell apart. Didn't find the right combinations to withstand the run. But so this is quite surprising for us, you know. But if there's anything for Alberei Kings, they lost two of their main guys, you know. Wala dito sa laro natin si Milano and si Cervantes, who pour in bunches of points. So the rest of the guys had to pick up the scoring responsibilities, which obviously was what hurt them the most. Samantalang itong Hyperwash saw that window and started running and moving.
After the review, ball possession to
Yun
the
yung mga
Vipers.
nangyari talaga. Tapos nagkaroon tayo ng review ngayon just to make sure that possession is correct. It will be Hyperwash basketball. Mahigit isang minuto na lang bago matapos ang larong ito. At 27 ang abante dito ng Vipers, 89-62.
Again, hindi ka pwedeng kampante kasi kailangan mo intindihin, oh, good cut.
Kasi
Pwedeng
Mesa.
kampante. Sabi na tayo eh. You want to get as many points plus in your wins for just, you know, a chance to be over that quotient system.
And you have to keep on playing. You have to keep on improving. Ikaw ang Hyperwash Vipers 1 and 2. All of a sudden, bigla kang umangat.
Yeah.
Bigla ka nagkaroon ng chance for that top 4 in your
And
bracket.
again, you have to stop losing once you've gained those 2 losses. Kailangan palaban ka na. And you're assuming that yung dalawang talo na yan, you'd probably sustain it from our mainstay teams like
Lord Casajeros.
St. Clair and TIP.
Basket,
Basket, kailangan mo na mapanalo.
basket ni Casajeros, 25 points na siya. Juan, umangat na sa isang buwan ang abante dito ng Hyperwash. 93-62. At Montilla. They'll probably play the four corners here with a commanding 31-point lead here. Mirza will not attempt anymore at hayaan niya pumutok ng 24 sa kanila. And that's a sign of a true gentleman as well. 6.7 seconds remaining in the game. Hinihintay na po natin ating final buzzer. And again, ito yun, no? Tira mo, play till the end. Naglalaro pa rin si Jeric. Tano. Good defense by Casajeros, and there goes the final buzzer. Our final score, 93.
Ladies and gentlemen, our final score is 62 for
31-point
Alberei
victory for
Kings.
Hyperwash Vipers.
Like what you
93
said,
for
every
the
quarter they
winner.
built on the momentum that they've started in the previous quarter. Maximized, used their speed, their basketball width, and you know, in the end, they were able to finally get their first victory in the conference, looking to ride on this momentum. Itong Hyperwash.
Final score, 93-62, a 31-point victory for the Hyperwash Vipers contra Alberei Kings. But more than that, the Vipers getting win number 1.
And we're going to talk about biggest contribution in this game. 25 points, 10 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals para dito kay Casajeros.
Lord Casajeros siya nag-set ng tone para dito sa Vipers. And they got win number 1. Unfortunately for the Kings, it's the 3rd loss in a row. On Thursday, August 15, Ynares Sports Arena, Pasig City, Black Mamba contra TIP, AMA Online contra CU, and IWOC contra Nilco, 1:30, 3:30, and 5:30 p.m. That's on the 15th of August in the Ynares Sports Arena in Pasig City. And I guess that concludes our coverage here all the way in Pasig for my partner, the fine gentleman, Juan Banal. Ito po si Cheeky Brother Bengarea saying thank you very much for watching and supporting the 2019 PBA D-League Foundation Cup, ang breeding ground ng future PBA Superstars.